Hey everybody, Lorelia here. I am doing a quick video, and I know I always say these videos are quick and they usually last about 10 minutes, but it was something that really is stemming from the conversation that I've been having in my past few videos about the need for individuals to create some income for themselves. I know a lot of people who watch my videos are interested in rebuilding their credit, get rid of debt collectors or what have you. But the one thing that I have noticed is that a lot of people have a lack in income. And if you do not know how to strategically use your credit to create some type of cash flow income for yourself, what will happen is that you will be on this constant wheel of debt. Because like I said in my last video, your ability to be debt-free is relative to your income. You pull your income source away, you will be back in debt. I don't care what any financial expert tells you, you need some type of income source. Not just your job, because I know a lot of you all say, well, I have my job, but I'm saying, say it just in case that job is pulled away. Did a video the other day telling you about, who is it, Disney and Telsa is laying off individuals. And so the list goes on and on. And so I say that to say the money conversation, the income conversation, the cash conversation is something that is needed because whether you want to believe this or not, you need cash. You know, used to be a song, cash rules everything around me. Those who know hip hop in the 90s know where that that acronym comes from. And so I say that because I was reading an article, somebody shared an article on Facebook about Stockton, California. And so before I begin, this is by no means, no disrespect for the residents who live in Stockton, California. I'm only talking about an article that I saw and what I've read. Stockton, California, a few years ago, if you don't know, filed for bankruptcy. One of the cities here in the U.S. who basically was bankrupt and had to file for bankruptcy. Their bond rating had plummeted to an all-time low. And so they have a very young mayor who is now at the helm of leading this city. And so they are instituting a program called the Basic Income Program. And the Basic Income Program basically means is that, and you can Google this, you can Google Stockton, California Basic Income Program, that residents need income, residents need cash. Now, I'm not an advocate of giving individuals just income to give it to them. That's a whole nother conversation. But I will say this, the point of me doing this video is not to say what they're doing is wrong or right, is to really point out to all of you who are watching this video the importance of understanding and increasing your cash flow. Because the one statement that the mayor made in the article, like I said, it was a written piece, I can only go by what was there, is that he said the residents do not, and I'm paraphrasing it, so it's not particularly like this, that the residents do not need, they don't have a character flaw problem. They have a cash problem, meaning they need cash. And now if you're wondering how is this injection of cash going to happen for them, I believe Stockton, California, according to what the map says, because I looked at it, is not too far from Silicon Valley. So here you have a city that is desperately needing money. Residents desperately need money, and they are an hour or so away from Silicon Valley, which is basically a city that has so much wealth, because you're talking Facebook and Google and a lot of other tech companies that are there. And so companies like Facebook are one of the companies that, now of course they have foundations or what have you, are one of the companies that are going to be contributing to this basic income program for the residents. What does all that what does that all means? The credit conversation is an important conversation. The money conversation is important too. And unfortunately, there are still people who are trying to say money's not important. And you know, the person who says money is not important is the person who has money. And when that person has money and then want to tell other individuals they don't need any money, is very flawed, because I did not create this. But according to Maslow is what, a psychology of behavioral, whatever, human behavioral psychologist. When he put his hierarchy of needs, he said that a human needs the basic needs. They need to be able to get food for themselves, shelter, what have you. That's basic. When a person cannot provide the basic needs for themselves, anything above that, that's why when I hear people say, oh, you don't need money, all you need is an idea. Oh, you don't need money, you know, all you need to get around other people who have ideas who can help you. That is all good for a certain individual. For an individual who may be working and looking for something else. But I'm talking about that person that their basic needs are not met based on Maslow hierarchy of needs. And that's why I say, when individuals come to me and then say, oh, I can't afford a book, I can't afford an audio, you know, there's, you know, the experts who would say, oh, Pete, they can afford it, they just don't want to. It could be, that may be the case. This is what I will say. If you have any type of income crunch, any type of cash crunch, you need to understand how the flows of money, how money comes into your household. And unfortunately, individuals only know one way that income comes into their household. And so when that is taken away from them, primarily a job, they cannot no longer sustain themselves. And that's why I've said to people, I've been doing this long enough where I've seen people hit the pinnacle of where they want to go. Oh, they want to be in the 700 club. They want to be in the 800 club. They're doing great or what have you. And then for something, tragedy strikes. They lose their job. They get fired. They get downsized. They get right-sized, and the income is taken away. And so now what happens? Now the person is back where they started, back on the debts, you know, snowball, whereas they're up to debt in their eyeballs. They have to file for bankruptcy, things are getting foreclosed or what have you. Like I said, you cannot be debt-free if you do not have an income. It is all relative. Your ability to be debt-free relies on your income. So what is the solution? Okay, Loretta, you said all that. I've told you all, I've created a program. It is a free webinar that I did. It's called the Credit to Cash Flow System. If you go to put the URL in the computer, cashflow.yourmoneymentor. Don't do the www. Just put cashflow.yourmoneymentor.com. It will take you to a page. Whereas, yes, you have to give your email, and there you will be shown a video, a free webinar that I did, explaining how your credit is relative to you being able to move forward financially. And this is what I know could be a solution for a lot of people, which is why I've said I've gotten away from the credit program. I mean, just helping people with their credit, because what I've noticed is that when people hit the pinnacle of where they're going, and for some reason things, life happens, jobs taken away or what have you, they're back saying, oh, Lorelia, I need to do this. So there you have it. So like I said, no disrespect for those who do live in Stockton, California, but wanted to make a basically a conversation around that article, what I've been talking about, and why you need to do something different. So like I said, if you want to check out that free webinar, go to cashflow.yourmoneymentor.com. The links will be below this video. So talk to you in the next video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe it, and share it to others. Let's have a different conversation. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.